Hi, this is Terry. I've lost 180 pounds with keto, carnivore, and counting calories. Now I'm on a mission to improve the health of my heart. I'm eating my supper. I've got dinner in the show. Right here. Here come the fun police. Interrupting their games. Those two love to wrestle. So, I never knew who's going to instigate it. Oh, he wants her to play tug of war with him. Meanwhile, this one, he wants kisses. Well, I got some bad news, y'all. Bad news. You ain't gonna like it. The pit crew really didn't like it. They're pretty mad at me. But Lou was outside howling, and I went out to see what it was, and there's another puppy dog on the other side of the fence. She was running loose. Wow, running wild, having a good time. I don't know who she belongs to. So I slipped out of my fence. I went out to try to pet her. And I couldn't catch her. I was going to pet her. But this one right there was watching me the whole time. He was so mad. I told you, you ain't going to like it. I tried to pet another dog. Yeah. And they were pretty devastated. I got back onto my side of the fence, and boy, were they not having it. Thankfully, I didn't touch the dog, because then they'd been sniffing me. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, bad news is, I tried to cheat on my dogs. I know. I'm almost ashamed. Almost. Alright. We're going to do kind of a repeat of what we did yesterday for our lunch tomorrow, so give me just a second. Boy, oh boy, would I have been in trouble if I'd have caught that dog and pet it. Ooh, Nelly. What I have here is 100 grams of, it's the Great Value onion and pepper blend. And then I have 50 grams of mushrooms. I didn't have any jicama defrosted. So I thought, well, let me just put in some jicama, or some dadgummit, mushrooms just to give it a little texture. So now I'm going to let this cook down a little bit, and I'll be right back. While that's going, let's work on our soup salad, our saloup. Anyway, so to start off, my cabbage, that's like 120, 130 grams of cabbage, 60 grams of rutabaga, and 60 grams of chopped onions in there. And we're going to finish off our peppers. Let's see how many we get. 75. Put a dot by the peppers so I remember. Give me just a second here. I need to fix something. Alright. Now, we're going to add our pickled veg. We're on the tail end of this also. At the tail end of the bought version, okay? So this is, wait a minute. This is, this was a mixture of no sugar added sweet pickle relish, some bread and butter, no sugar added bread and butter relish. And then I cut up some onions and stuck them in there, and the bread and butter was chips, not relish. But anyway, so what I'm trying to do now, I'm just trying to catch some of that goodies down there. And I want to put some of that liquid in there. Alright. That's a base of a really good soup salad. What I think I'd like to do is save this. So hold on. Let me place to set it. Just a second. Okay, I know I told y'all when this is done, it's done, but I'm not giving up on the liquid until it's done. Because, man, that's some good stuff, man. I don't care who you are. That's some good stuff. Look, got that special lid right there. All right. So, let me say this. Let me write that down. Okay. So now we're going to add our dressing here. Oh, tomatoes. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. Let's call the whole thing off. Bum, bum. So we got us some tomatoes on there. And now we're going to do our dressing. Guys, I'm not chatty today because I'm still mad. I'm mad. I'm mad at my glasses. I'm mad at my eyes for not doing right. I know. I'm going to give them longer. I know. But I can still be mad if I want to. I can still be mad if I want to. Anyway, let's go check out our onions and peppers. Hang on. Speaking of kind of mad, tomorrow's Terry is going to have to cook her eggs. I'm not boiling them tonight. It's just, no, I just ain't doing it. So, too bad. Too bad tomorrow, Terry. Too bad. So, that's what I said, 150 grams in there. And this is my 8 ounces of my 73% ground beef. Listen, I want to get every bite in there. Come on, get out of there. Listen, you come out to play. We ain't got time for you to be hiding there. Now we're going to put on some chili powder. Y'all, I think I asked in the last video, but I don't really know what to call this. I was calling it chili, but it ain't chili. But I got chili powder and some ground ginger. And then I'm going to have some roasted garlic, rosemary, and sea salt. I used to use that in my burger all the time. That was my favorite. Some ground cumin. Marnie, give me a name for this. You're the one that taught me about these great seasonings. Some garam masala. Of course, some turmeric. I was mad at this turmeric last night. Well, not mad at it, but like turmeric, it just stains. That'd been a pretty. I wonder if they used to use it for, and some curry. I wonder if they used to use turmeric like as a stain for clothes in the olden days, because it sure would be a good one, man. Because it stains my. Well, I washed my skillet last night. And then afterwards, it's still, even when I wiped it out, I mean, I scrubbed this booger, and when I wiped it out, there was still some yellow on the paper towel. So, all right, now, I'm going to cover this up and let this all kind of meld together for a little while. Let's go back over to the kitchen, or to the salad. Hang on. Okay, so my salad was done, and I'm going to put the lid on it here. And then, I'm going to move this over to here. I need 2 eggs. Hold on. So let me show you what we're going to do. Oh wait, I better start with my chia seeds right quick, so I'll need to be shaking these up. So we're going to go on and put us a little cocoa in there. Just a little, about a teaspoon worth of cocoa in there. Oh, that's the wrong lid, my stars. Anyway, now I'm going to add some of my coffee syrup back there. I've been adding like 3 or 4 pumps. 2 vanilla and 2 chocolate. That's what I did tonight. Now, we're going to add about 120 grams of our milk. Now, I know one of you, Debbie Sue, I think you said you used the Fairlife milk. And I know you try to watch what you eat and stuff. It says, and I have not Googled it to look it up. That's something I really want to try to remember to look up. It's called ultra processed milk. So what does ultra processed milk mean? Does that mean, I don't know what it means. You know, I kind of sort of try to do what I can that's clean, although I know I don't do it all on everything. But what does ultra processed mean? That looks kind of yucky, don't it? Looks like that person might have some kidney stones. Anyway, what does it mean, ultra processed for the milk? Does it just mean that they pulled out all the stuff, so then, you know, I know it pulls out the lactose, but does that mean it's like fake? Is it a bad thing to be ultra processed milk? Debbie Sue, I need to know, because I'm going to forget to look it up. I'm going to add a little bit of my onions and peppers in here. Let's look for an even 50. Alright, we'll do 50 grams. This is my onions and peppers. So by tomorrow, it will defrost. Oh, it's going to defrost and it's going to make it all watery, but that's alright. It'll be alright. Tomorrow's Terri can deal with it. And then we're going to put 2 eggs in here. Because these lock and lock containers, they don't leak. Remember whenever I was taking this in my other container, I'd get so mad because it would leak out all over? Well, these do not leak. But I am going to do tomorrow Terri a solid. I'm going to mix these up. I don't know why. I guess it really doesn't matter. But anyway, so tomorrow morning at work, I'll pop this in the microwave for a couple minutes. And I'll have this along with my chia. Gotta shake them. They're starting to separate. So, all right. Let's go back to our counter, or our stove, and get back to that. This is what I'm sipping on tonight. It's non-alcoholic. Don't get your panties in a wad. Don't get your panties in a wad, Ethel. I hope I don't have anybody that I think I do have an Ethel. I have Ethel Pure. I can't, Piersonowski. Anyway, when I was a kid, my step-grandma's name was Ethel. But, you know, they had all those sayings. Don't look now, Ethel. And so, anyway, we used to say that. But, yeah. Anyway, so if I ever use your name, I'm not taking it in vain. It's just an old saying that we used to say. Okay, let's go back to my food over there. All right. See how it's a-doing. Oh, yes. That smells so good. I'll probably have to add salt tomorrow. I did have to add salt today. So, I'm going to turn the burner off. I'm going to let it cool down and get it ready. And then I'll let it cool down, and then we'll put it in our container. I'll use my new container with the handle, which I think is pretty handy dandy. Ha 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 ha. Who am I kidding? I'm going to add some salt to this. Why make tomorrow's Terri do what today's Terri can do? Why put off tomorrow for what you can do today? I used to say, why do today what you can put off for tomorrow? Mom didn't like that very much, but you know, I was just that kind of kid. See? That's that turmeric staining it. All right, I'll come back after, well, when it cools down, we'll have it in this container. Okay, I'm still taking these back and forth to work. I didn't need any today, but I used my neti pot last night, or my stuff you spray in the water in your nose, the salt water. Man, it burned like the dickens, but it's because I hadn't used it, and man, you know how saline is kind of good for stuff. Well, it was so raw up in there that by the time I squirted it, I was like, it felt like it was on fire. So I did it again this morning. I need to go do it right now. So that's what we got. That's our breakfast and lunch tomorrow, and I'll see you in the morning. Okay, bye. My house alarms are taking a break. Yeah, I'm talking about y'all. They don't care. They say, don't bother us, lady. We're off the clock. We've been guarding the house all day long, keeping things all safe and sound. You just let us nap. So they said they've clocked out, and it's my job to clock in, guys. It's a nice night. It's all pretty grass growing. Look at that handsome thing. Look at them bright green pants I got on. Right back there is where I saw the puppy dog. Right back there on the other side of that fence. But these boys were not happy about it, and neither was she. They were not happy campers. But that's alright. They survived. Anyway, y'all, it is 7:30. Hey, I'm up later than last night. I think I went to bed about 7 o'clock last night. Being all yucky makes a girl sleepy. Oh, I just sure recorded Baxter taking a leak. Sorry, y'all. Alright, I'm drugged up, and it is time for bed. You can watch Callie for a minute. What's she finding out there? What's your sister find? Hi, Bubs. My neighbor's outside with their little boy. It's on the other side. I hate living in Tornado Alley. No, maybe not what it's really called, but it's 9 something and I was sleeping good since about 7:40. Dadgum sirens go off and they're tornadoes. As soon as I get up and go to my safe space, I turn on the thing and it says, oh no, it went another direction. Cursed. Just cursed. No, I'm glad it went the other direction, but I hope that the other people will be okay. We'll find out tomorrow if there's any issues, but no tornadoes here yet. All right, now I'm wide awake from sitting in the floor in the hallway. It's cold in my house. I keep the house on 68, but that's only because I'm under the covers. All right, well, at least I put on some shorts and a tank top. So if something does happen and I get blown away, I got some clothes on. We don't need the girls to be flippity-flopping around as I'm running around the neighborhood because my house caved in. Okay. What do I tell y'all? Stay the course. Stay the course. Don't give up. Don't give up. Your scale will move. Do what you know you're supposed to do. Good morning. We have our eggs. So I microwaved it. Our microwave is a low microwave, low watt, but it's got our onions, peppers, and eggs. So we're going to have this. And I put some salt on it and a little bit of Creole seasoning. So, ow, hot. Hot but good. I did for 1 minute, start it up, and then another minute. But I used to bring those all the time, remember? And our chia pudding is just so good. I think even if I bring a hamburger, I'm going to do it. But anyway, just to follow up, I know you saw the scale this morning. If you remember, so my, whenever I had my cath, my stent put in, that was probably about 5 weeks ago. And that's whenever my weight was about 168. So, it's been 168 to 170 to 166 to 167. So it's kind of been all around. But anyway, so like I was showing you this morning, it was 167 something. So just when you know you're doing right, you just stay the course. It's aggravating. It's frustrating when you hit like a time frame of when your scale stays the same for a few weeks. But if you know what you're doing is the right thing to do, don't change just because you get mad at your scale, okay? Just hang in there. Keep doing the right thing. But then, like I said, if it hovers at the same thing 4 to 6 weeks, that's whenever you start tweaking. But, so, I thought I'd tell you that. So, yay, my scale went down a little bit. If you don't know, I'd like to get back down to 160-ish. Somewhere in there. But I'm not, doing anything drastic right now. I'm just kind of playing around to see what does what. So, all right, well, I'm going to eat breakfast. Bye. Hello, it's lunchtime. I'm mad. I still can't see. I can kind of see far away a little bit. Kind of. But it's this middle. Anyway, I'm mad. So, hi. How are you doing? I'm mad and I'm pouting today. And I woke up in a bad mood. I had bad dreams last night. I told my staff they need to just beware because I'm in a bad mood. But I got my salad. So life's about to be good. And my whatever we're going to call it. Good. That's what we're going to call it. Good. Yeah, buddy. So, if you don't like leftovers, or your spouse doesn't like leftovers, and you cook you up some meat, You could do something like this, and it ain't a leftover. Cook you some fresh veggies to put in there with it, and then let it kind of simmer together. It don't taste like no leftover nobody's ever had. It's good stuff. All right, well. I'll make my lunch, and I'll see you at supper time. Maybe I won't be so mad. Bye. Y'all, there's a good wind out here. I was thinking about walking. I may not walk all the way up. I'll just have to see. But anyway, we'll just see. At least I'm outside anyway in the sun. I'm back, and I look pretty wild. Ooh, Nelly. That wind was a-blowing. I made it to the first stop sign. So it's like not quite a mile, but that's okay. But I did it. So I didn't walk the past 2 or 3 days because weather and all that good stuff, and then just feeling poopy. But I did today. Hey, it is Friday. I'm home. I'm happy to be home, y'all. All right, so I kind of did a little something tonight. So I took my chicken, and instead of microwaving it, I added 100 grams of Greek yogurt. I don't know how that much that is. Half cup, fourth cup, I have no idea. 100 grams is what it was. And I put my chicken in it, and I put some of my leftover bread and butter pickle juice in it. And I put in some of the, just a few, probably about 4 or 5 of those little half moon cucumbers that I made for my pickled veggies. And then I put in a few tomatoes and some onions, and I used some of my little Richard's seasoning. And yeah, and I think that's all. I was going for a cold chicken salad kind of like flavor. And yeah, that's good. I didn't feel like cooking it. So, chicken, chicken, cucumbers, onions, Greek yogurt, some Little Richard, and also some pickle juice, and I forgot, I did a squirt of Melinda sweet chili sauce. So that's this. And then 6 tomatoes. Yeah, 6 tomatoes. I had to count them. And I made up some more of my broccoli cauliflower. Man, that's just so fast and easy, you guys. Man, I wish y'all would have told me about this. Just kidding. Just kidding. I think Craig had already mentioned it. At least, well, I know Craig mentioned it. And I'm sure some of y'all of others were like, why don't you do broccoli and cauliflower? Well, because I'm stubborn. So broccoli, cauliflower, I put some of the red and white onions in there with it. Let me tell you, I put some butter buds on it, some garlic clovers on it. I put a little orange pepper. I put a little lemon pepper. I didn't put any salt. Come on, somebody. You knew. You knew. And then, why am I using a little spoon? What's wrong with me? I think I must be sick. Anybody got time for a little spoon? You know, we need our shovel. All right, so Palmy sent me a recipe today on Facebook, and it was cod, and I didn't make it the same way, but it looked really pretty. They had tomatoes and like some kind of sauce and on the cod. Well, so I kind of played off of that, and I took my cod and I put some lemon pepper on it, and I put some of this Flavor God lemon and garlic on it, and I put in some garlic on it. I put in 6 tomatoes, and then I fried it in my skillet, and sorry about that. Had an alarm go off on my phone. Anyway, and then I fried it in the skillet, and that's really good. So I added a little bit of water in the end just to kind of give it a little moisture inside of it. But that's really good. I just did that in the skillet. So 6 tomatoes. Like I said, I think I used the lemon and garlic seasoning. And what I do when I do my fish in the skillet, I do like a pss of oil. and then season it and plop it down, and then a pst of oil, and then season it. And cover it. 4 minutes on one side, 3 or 4 minutes on the other side. And yeah, so that's gonna be that, and that's really good. I'm glad you sent me that picture, Palmy, because that really just made a whole difference in my fish. Like, really, I didn't add any. I know the recipe was fancy, like it looked fancy, like it looked like they had like a cream sauce or something. But all I did was add tomatoes and some garlic, little pieces of garlic, and then my fruit. Y'all, don't forget to look at the very end. I have my macros. I know sometimes people are like, what are your macros? What kind of macros do you recommend? During my keto weight loss phase, I have macros at the end of all those videos, sometimes at the beginning. So anyway, you can look at those and see where I was on those. But anyway, so yeah, my macros will be coming up next, and that's what I got. Oh, there's something I was going to tell you all. Hang on. Oh yeah, let me show you. So at work today, we were singing, I was telling them about Alouetta and how y'all said that's the song about plucking a bird. Well, one of them Googled it, and they said it's in the same song as that Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, or however it goes. Well, anyway, you know what that got me thinking of? Where is Thumpkin? Where is Thumpkin? Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run and hide. Where is Pointer? Oh, where is Pointer? Here I am. How are you today, sir? Very well, I thank you. Run and hide. Does anybody remember that song? All right, now I'm going to go eat. Bye. Man, y'all, supper was amazing. That was so good. Here's my macros for the day. Dadgum, I'm going to do that again.